Hello, happy February. We made it to the month of love. Every month is the month of love if you are in the presence of your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the one that loves you the very most, more than anyone on earth can. And the verse of the day is Psalms 121 verse 2. So that's the 12 for me of it all. So I just want to capture that. My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. We know there's so many people. They want God to bless them, to bless you, so that they can bless you. But the glory is not for them. My help comes from the Lord. If you're able to help me, it's only because of the Lord. The Lord allows you. Y'all know that we are the lenders and not the borrowers. So if you're a lender, the only way you can be a lender is because God gave you so that you can lend. Never try to disgrace or feel like you're something because you have to lend. Because you borrowed from God to lend to people. Everything that you're blessed with, you can say, yeah, I went to work for it. Well, how are you able to work? How are you in your right mind? How do you have that car? How can you walk to that job if you walk? All comes from God. And so the way that you are able to lend is because you borrow from God. Although you're a lender, you want to remain with the humble spirit, a pure spirit, and don't feel like God can't directly bless others. I have seen that many times. So many of you, and we know every word we want to take to the Lord, but so many of you, God is about to bless so immensely. Oh, God, have mercy. God is about to bless you so very much. You know that saying that I always see it on social media. God is about to bless you so much that it's gonna scare you. That is what I'm feeling right now. And I did a message a little while back. It says God is using the slingshot method, but although you feel like you are losing some things, as soon as he lets go, you're gonna catapult to the front. Don't feel like, if God is allowing you, blessing you enough that you can be a lender, have a pure heart. Have a pure heart with it. Some people like for you to be under their thumb. They're the only ones that can give you something. It comes to the point where they start to believe that they are your God. They're providing for you. Oh, do you need help with this or that? Do we not serve the same God? Can he not directly bless me? And I've had a moment in my life where, I don't know if you're able to understand this. Someone was giving me something, but it stopped feeling like a blessing. It stopped feeling like a blessing. There was something inside of me say, do not receive that. Do not take that. Because they're not giving it with a pure heart. They're giving it with a more condescending way. And I was like, Lord, is it anything inside of me that's blocking me from receiving from this person? But the Lord didn't go ahead and confirm how they see things and how they see you. It comes to the point where they start to believe that they are your God. They're providing for you. Oh, do you need help with this or that? Do we not serve the same God? Can he not directly bless me? And I've had a moment in my life where, I don't know if you're able to understand this. Someone was giving me something, but it stopped feeling like a blessing. It stopped feeling like a blessing. There was something inside of me say, do not receive that. Do not take that. Because they're not giving it with a pure heart. They're giving it with a more condescending way. And I was like, Lord, is it anything inside of me that's blocking me from receiving from this person? But the Lord didn't go ahead and confirm how they see things and how they see you. Yeah. And so many seasons, and you don't let things that happen in life, do not let it block you from how you originally function with a pure heart. Always ask God to purify your heart, renew your mind daily, because you need it. You need it. And so we all need it. I have people tell me like, oh, I helped you with this and you didn't have anyone else. And I'm like, well, how were you able to help me? Did not God give you what you helped me with? If he allowed it, then it's fine. Do not let that create a hard heart or, a low level mentality, because it can, you want to backfire it on the devil. You want to say, thank you. I thank you for that. You don't want to start naming what you did for them back. A lot of you, your good karma is coming back on you, but the person don't realize that it's the good karma. They feel like, they're allowed to do it, which is a blessing if they can receive with a pure heart, with a happy heart. This is your good karma coming back to you. I remember I did a word on good karma and someone tried to come for me. But isn't karma whatever you do, whatever you sow, you will reap? That is what I mean by karma. And I use the word karma. Any other type of witchcraft or whatever other people do, I don't know about it. I'm ignorant to those things. I know what I mean when I say karma. Yeah, so they forgot that it's the good karma. They forgot. They feel like, okay, now, you need me in an arrogant way, but, to God be the glory either way. I was dealing with something this morning. I was having some time with God. So I was going to say some thought time. And I was thinking, and God was speaking to me in my mind. And there are some people that you've been through things with, the heavy part. The nitty gritty, you got to be a ride or die to go through the not so glamorous part. But when they get to the glamorous part, they forget about you. In that moment, you don't take it as a betrayal. Although it's like, I don't take that as a betrayal. I try to take everything that happens and put it into a lesson in life that I can use for something greater. I don't want anything to go to waste. Letting it go to waste looks like, okay, you guys are my family and friends. We go through something. You guys, I don't know, are on the up and up now. And because you're on the up and up, you forgot you're my family and friend. Okay. I'm not going to go now to a low level mentality saying like you're betraying and let that become resentment and let that become... No, that's letting the lesson waste. When it's holding you back, you're letting it waste. He was telling me like, I'm so like, he's proud of me for not letting the lessons in my life go to waste. When that happens to you, God is just showing you how it feels, how he feels when we do that to him. Or if we were to do that to him. When there is trouble, you call on God. And God says, I love you so much. Let me save you. God saves you from that thing. God saves you from that situation. As soon as he saves you, you pray less. You need to go to him less. And I was watching a sermon and someone said that some of you, God cannot really bless too much because you only go to God under pressure. You are only have a relationship with God when you're under pressure. When he relieves some of that pressure and now elevates you to another level, you cold-hearted, or you become pompous, or you become like you think like you're something. Okay? If you no longer need others for something, the same thing that they prayed you through and interceded for you, and they were there, when no one else was there. Now you decide, okay, which all you need is God, but God always sends you that Joshua or that Aaron. I'm an Aaron. To be right there by your side. But some of you only under pressure. So if that is you, you want to release that. And I just thank you for being here. So your help comes from the Lord. No matter where. Or saying all that to say to get better, not to get bitter. I don't know if you know Lecrae. I love that song from Lecrae. I'm trying to get better. Not trying to get bitter, get better. I'm working on switching them letters. Like, get better. Don't let it turn you sour. And I like to look at it this way. Like, who are we? If these things happen to Jesus himself, then there's nothing we can say, guys, when it happens to us. And the Bible does say, count it all joy, You want to practice as much to be like Christ. And in these situations, when they come up this way, you look at the person with the eyes of mercy. I'm not saying to purposely just be there, and you're just gonna be there and let the person, mistreat you or whatever. But all glory goes to God. And you don't want to recount what you've done for anyone. It does not merit them. It does not mean they have to treat you well back. It would be nice, but I'm just saying. You want to look at them through the lenses of Christ and have mercy on them and be like, wow. And take the lesson as a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise. Sometimes the season is over. Sometimes God is trying to teach you something greater. I take it as God just in the gym with me, working these things out in me. They're like, okay, if I let this person betray you, or if this person start acting different, or if that person that you say would never, if they do this, what would you do? That person is not your enemy. The enemy is able to use that person physical form. So we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, or those people. Some people have many people to do these things against you guys. And I just want you to keep a pure heart, a pure mind. Do not go ahead and sit there on a low level mentality, because God wants you to come up higher through everything that happens to you. Always persevere, push forward, always see what is the lesson in this, Lord, instead of thinking as you did before. And I'm learning that, and I just love it. Although it's unfortunate, certain situations happen, but I'm learning, oh Lord, have mercy on them. I don't know why they're acting this way, but just have mercy on them, open their eyes or whatever, the enemy, them, Lord, whatever the enemy is feeding them, the lies, and you don't know why he isolates your loved ones or makes someone go off on you. In this job that I have, I'm learning so much more on having patience with people. So many people go through different things. Some of the customers, if you have been in customer service before, they snap on you and the world is going wrong and none of it is your fault, but you get the bad end of it. And I just try to say, you know what? Yes, this is not my fault. I'm not going to take it personal, but and then once they see I'm so calm and peaceful, and then they're like, I'm snapping on you. Why are you not getting an attitude back with me? Why are you showing me the love of Christ? Not saying why are you showing me the love of Christ, but that is what they're saying when they're asking me, why wouldn't I react? And my answer is, yes, I understand your frustration, that although it's not my fault, whatever is going on, I have to be patient with you in the way, the Bible does say, what more are you doing when you only treat those that treat you good? You can treat the person that's nice with you nice. Anyone can do that. Even the pagans can do that. Can you treat someone that's acting different, still act nice with them, still pray for them, still hope the best for them? Are you able to do the hard thing? And I know that the world does preach this, like, oh, drop them or forget about them or whatever, they're your enemy. But that is not the way. That is not the way of God. Not to say that the Lord can't tell you when to drop or move on from a person, but you don't be too quick to drop people, because I mean, in this like ministry that we're in, because we're all in ministry, whether you're listening to prophetic words, you're still a minister. When you interact with people, you're ministering to them, even if you're not saying, even if you have not said Jesus once. Being kind is a ministry in its own right. You know, for the person to ask me, like, how are you still, you know, being nice, or you know, I know I'm wrong, and I'm like, it's fine, you know, we all have our days, and try to make them see that you understand them, and not being too quick to see, okay, if someone says something wrong or does something wrong, you can like demonize them in a second. We're so quick to judge. But yeah, I just wanted to say all of that to you, that God was like downloading, and I was like, okay, Lord, I got it. Going through this every day, taking it a day at a time. That's why I like to say this: getting closer to God one day at a time. Everything that happens for a reason. I always tell someone this: if not talking to me makes you cling closer to God, by all means, because I don't want to ever be a distraction. Even a positive distraction, I don't want to be. Even you come to me for advice, and sometimes now, if you, before praying, you just come to me, that's a distraction. So things are not always like a negative distraction. There can be positive distractions. Before taking something to God, you're like, well, let me go look for a prophetic word. Or before taking something to God, which he's the only one that can give you the answer specifically, sometimes he might send you or send a word. Another thing, guys, quickly, that God was telling me, he was like, well, they better be glad that they're able to help you. Do they not know how I see you, how I think of you, how I feel of you? If I'm allowing them to help you, that's a blessing. That's their blessing. And I was like, ooh, okay. So some people that's able to help you with something, it's a blessing for them, because they don't know how God considers you. They need to count that, how God considers you. And I just felt like that was powerful. I'm like, how is that a blessing for them, Lord? And he was explaining that to me. So yeah, to be able to give you this word is a blessing for me, because I don't know on how high regard God takes you. But we know he may not always send a word our way. Sometimes he wants us to hear directly from him. Sometimes he wants us to be blessed directly from him. And so, yeah, guys, keep a pure heart. And spread love. Everyone is already, you know, going through it on their own right. Each and every single person has something, you know. And I just speak blessings over you guys, you know. May the Lord's face shine upon you, and may he turn his face towards you, give you peace. Peace of mind is so valuable. And till next time, God willing.